All right, we're back from the break. And Anthony, you know what time it is?
Is it Normie?
This is our segment where actually these have all been submitted by
Players.
by viewers and players. And we answer the question, is it Normie or are you a Normie? Is it or are you?
Are you a Normie?
Are you a Normie if? What do we got today, Jordan?
Are you a Normie if you run all Novrich gear?
Who sent us this one?
This was a gentleman on YouTube who I will put on screen here so you get some credit. I want to say that you pronounce it Light Galaxy.
Yeah, Light Galaxy, as opposed to a heavy one.
Yeah, but yeah, he wants to know: are you a Normie for running all Novrich gear?
All Novrich gear.
That's gear, gun.
Well, that's all he wrote. Everything. So, Matt, like, you can take this however you want.
Novrich X-Fog.
In my opinion, it would be the Novrich camo, the Novrich chest rig or plate carrier, the Novrich pistol, and a Novrich rifle. Oh, and he has a boonie, and I think he has iPro now. It's just Pyramex iPro, but it's got the Novrich logo on it.
Shoes are next.
He's even got his own red dots.
Good for him.
I think I'll start by saying that those items you listed from Novrich
Yes.
are not bad products.
No.
They're not bad. I mean, and the camo is honestly, it's effective.
It is a multi-environment camo,
Yes.
so it's not allowed for Zulu-produced events.
I think some airsofters that dabble with the real steel stuff are like the impression kits. Even if they don't do real steel, they like the impression kits. They might look at the Novrich thing not being an impression of something real
And find it cringe.
because it's airsoft. They'll be like, oh, that's just airsoft stuff.
I think it's a mentality thing. It's the reason why you're wearing all Novrich stuff. Is it that A, you feel or know that the Novrich camo is effective and the Novrich gun is good and the Novrich pistol is this and the iPro and if you legitimately feel like all of his stuff is just high quality product and that's why you wear it, not so Normie.
See,
If you just wear it because it has the word Novrich on it and he's your favorite YouTuber,
you're a Normie.
Normie.
Or if you haven't done any research or have even considered trying other things, either due to a lack of an open mind or because you think Novrich's way is the gospel, well, it kind of fits our definition of Normie.
Yeah,
from
it
the
does.
last
It
episode.
legitimately fits the definition.
There's
of
just a
Normie.
lack of experience or knowledge of this of things in the sport. There's so much out there.
Because I see it from both sides. So I had an employee in here for a while named Cole. Cole had some Novrich camo. He had a Novrich gun. He was not a Normie. He did his research. He was super OCD about stuff. Like, he had an Elite Force Glock, but he had a Novrich rifle. Like, he understood what he liked and what he wanted. He is not a Normie. However, not to throw this customer under the bus, there is a customer that comes in here a lot. He has the Novrich bolt gun. He has the Novrich M4. He has the Novrich pistol. Anytime I try to say anything counter to that, because I don't really love the Novrich M4, and I know exactly where that T1 he sells comes from, if I say anything bad, he goes, whoa, 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 whoa. This is Novrich. This is good quality stuff. You don't know what you're talking about. You, sir, are a Normie. Like, that is by definition a Normie.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, so I had the SSG 24
I did too.
and right out of the box, that thing shot lasers. It was far and above more accurate than any other airsoft gun I'd ever shot to that point. The range was good. It chronoed right when I ordered it. You know, you can pick what FPS you want or whatever. It was right in the range, acceptable range, you know. It didn't like fall apart.
No.
Like it was good quality product. So I mean,
When you got the SSG 24, that was before Novrich sold a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
it's
but
just that. That's all he sold.
The SSG 24 is also just the Modify M24 that Novrich has had slightly changed by Modify to his specifications. When you take them apart and realize it is not the nicest parts in the world. It's just done really well. And there are some good parts in there, but like, it's still the cast aluminum trigger box.
It's not the EDGI parts kit.
No, it's not. It's like, it's not what you would get if you had Adrian build you a bolt gun. Like, it's a mass-produced, high-quality bolt gun, which is stuff like we're seeing with the Silverback line. Like, they're doing it right too. Those are good guns out of the box. They don't have all the nicest parts in the world in it, but at the time, that gun was done better than every other stock bolt gun.
For sure. I was always impressed with it, that you could rack the bolt to the rear, cock the spring essentially, with the gun completely assembled, lock it to the rear, place your thumb over the barrel, pull the trigger, and the piston would move forward, an inch or whatever. And then when you could hold it for as long as you wanted and then let it off, you can hear the piston.
Yeah.
Like that's compression, my friend. And from a mass produced gun, I think that's awesome. And again, as soon as I took it out of the box, threw a scope on it with drywall screws. It's a custom mounting solution. It shot. It actually was above my expectation. Like so if you're just using Novrich gear because you've done the research and you know it's good quality, and I'm arguing that it is, you are not a normie. If you just like it, if you just bought a crowbar because it has the word Supreme on it, you know what I mean?
Well, that's a hype beast.
Okay.
Which that kind of falls in line with.
Well, so I'm just going with brand. I'm brands. Oh, so Tyler and Arc'teryx.
Yes.
Hype beast.
If you're just buying it because it's got that dead bird on it, yeah. I don't know, man.
I bully him all the time.
I think Tyler's a normie.
He's a normie for Arc'teryx.
I'd say hype. I think hype beast and normie are two different things.
Well, also
Hypebeast is different though. Hypebeast is generating this excitement over a product that hasn't released yet, and then only releasing a few amount so you can charge the highest dollar amount for it. That's Hypebeast, right? That's Supreme with the fucking crowbar. But what I was getting at was just the brand. You only buy it because it's this brand. What it really sets you up for is actually supreme disappointment, right? So in this case, this customer, if it's not Novrich, it's not for me type thing. Quality control is a thing. Maybe there's some things that aren't so great, and then all of a sudden, like you're buying this stuff just simply because it's Novrich gear.
That's how it was with this customer.
And then it drops off, and now you're supremely disappointed because what happened to this company? Like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you just did your research and save yourself some time, money, and energy, there's probably better options out there that are gonna.
Well, that was in that instance with that customer. I don't want to just bash on this one kid, but
no, not
it
at all.
was.
I'd say the gear gives it away more than the guns themselves.
Well, so the one thing I'm getting at there is that his Novrich M4 had an issue because the Novrich M4 has an Aster in it, and Asters are good, but they're not great. Long term, they're okay. So when something went wrong with it, Novrich as a company, they don't do dealers. He's cornered the market on his own product. You have to go back to him. I can't help him. If I touch that gun, it voids his warranty. If Anthony opens that gun up to solve an issue, it voids his warranty. So he's been backed into a corner of, you got to send it back to him now because the fancy M4 that you bought had an issue. But internally, that Novrich M4 is not much different than a Specna or a Cyma Platinum. Actually, they're using Cyma Platinum bodies. So you could have avoided all of that by just not buying the Novrich gun and getting a Cyma Platinum.
I think they're using Specnas. I don't think they're using Cyma Platinum.
They're almost identical in terms of the body.
But they're really not.
I know.
There's a distinct difference. Specna is a little bit more paper mache in the alloy they use for those receivers.
But that's what I'm getting at where, because we've seen a lot of Specna receivers crack. We can say that.
Very brittle.
But that's why I'm saying in that moment, if I remember correctly, the last time I saw a Novrich M4, they were like $450.
Whoa.
So it's like you just spent $450 to only be able to deal with that company when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
I mean, in his defense, in Novrich's defense, right? Like that might be the
business.
Well, that might be the only way that he can guarantee any sort of quality control, right? Because if somebody buys a gun, there's an issue with it, takes it to you. Maybe you're not as well versed on the nuances of why these parts, whatever the hell, right?
Correct, but he doesn't even distribute to Amped or Evike.
That's okay.
No, I know. I'm saying it's okay.
That's all right.
But in terms of that, if you have a problem with an Amped gun, like a gun you bought from Amped, you can call them and they're going to take care of it.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with a gun you bought from Evike, that's a whole different story. But there's still a customer service line there. So what I'm getting at with the Novrich stuff is that it's good stuff. It's just you're backed into a corner of only being able to go through them when there's an issue with it. And I've seen a few times where there's issues with stuff like that. Now as a customer, you're kind of screwed, especially if.
How's the warranty though? The SSG 24, when I bought it, it had some ridiculous warranty. I don't want to say it was lifetime.
I'll look it up real quick.
It was silly. And I was like, he is really standing behind this product. I was like, wow.
Let's look it up real quick. I know it's riveting content.
I applied to
Airsoft
work for
guns
Novritsch.
come with a 2-year warranty from the date of delivery. Some models like the SSR4 have a 25-year spare parts warranty.
Okay, I was just like, holy shit.
Warranty exceptions. Using HPA may increase the rate of wear and tear, voiding the warranty. Modifying the product with third-party parts voids the warranty. Disassembling the product beyond necessary maintenance voids the warranty. Novritsch is not liable for products purchased from a third party.
Does cleaning your gearbox count as routine maintenance?
No.
No.
Really?
The standard with Airsoft is if you crack open the gearbox, you've
Yeah.
voided warranty.
But you got to lube it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, I think we've...
You know, I applied to work for Novritsch before. They put out an ad. They were hiring U.S. techs to handle U.S. warranty claims on Novritsch's, the company's behalf. And it involved like you worked on stuff in your own shop. And I submitted. I was like, I have my own shop. At the time, this is before I was here. This is when I was at that other location. And I was like, yeah, I could do more work, and part of that entailed like once a month you go to their distribution center or something in PA for like a week. And
Once a month, you had to go there for a week?
or it was once every few months, but periodically you had to go there for a week to basically bring over the stuff that you
Okay.
warrantied out or help with fixing stuff that's there or something. It was something along those lines, but I applied. They wanted a photo of me. They wanted a photo. Yeah. I didn't hear anything back.
Yeah, they were like, we don't like this guy solely based on his photo.
Honestly, I would have had a hard time doing that because if they're just trying to warranty stuff, they'd be like, all right, MOSFET's bad, replace MOSFET.
Well, and yeah.
I'd be like, but the AOE, the gearbox shell's not radius.
Also, how would you get paid from that? Because customer's not paying anything. So I guess Novritsch would have to pay you.
Yeah. You would be salaried or hourly pay.
Yeah.
Probably salaried.
It seemed like subcontracting.
Yeah, well, it probably would have been like in the same way when we first started, where it was like, Anthony, I have 4 rentals that need to be repaired. How much? And you're just like, oh, X amount of money per gun. So it probably would have been depending on how many warranties you repaired. They would have paid you X amount of dollars per gun. Most likely. I don't know that. That's just a theory.
So yeah, fun fact.
So final verdict: are you a normie if you wear Novritsch gear? All Novritsch gear.
All Novritsch gear. Honestly, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
To me, it's about the mentality.
A majority.
I'm with Dave on this one. It's about the mentality.
I'm
because
split.
I've seen both sides of it.
I'm split.
It really depends on the player by player basis. Some are yes normies, some of them are not.
Yeah, I'm split. I mean, it's the same argument could be made about Cry.
The same argument could be made about ghillie tops in general.
Ugh. Ghillie tops. Viper hoods.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I have a Viper hood.
I know how much that gets under your skin. That's why I brought that up.
I have a Viper hood that I didn't put anything on yet, so it's just like the hood.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking from the perspective of the amount of times we put out stuff for an event, and it's like clockwork. Within the first 10 hours, there's at least 2 questions about ghillie tops and Viper hoods and leaf suits and Novritsch camo. It's some of the players that use that stuff are so normie about it. It hurts because we could make it so cut and dry. Like,
you know what it is though? It's not their fault, right? What it is other producers, specifically when we're making Zulu produced stuff, right?
yeah.
I feel like, could be wrong, that maybe on a local level, right? So not, I hesitate to use this term, national level events or regional level events. If you just called or asked the producer,
Yeah.
they'd be like, okay. You know what I mean? Like they're not enforcing their own rules kind of thing. Like, we only get 60 people for this event anyway. It's not going to matter.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's why they're trying to ask, even though it's clearly stated. We made a whole video about it.
We made a whole video about it, like the Crossroads video, where it was a litany of camo hung up, and it was like, if you want to wear anything like this, you can all wear this on this team. But if you're on this team, it's multicam only. And then it was like immediately, if I'm on the multicam team, can I wear a ghillie hood? Bro, we went over it in the video.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's all right. Like I said, I feel like there's some other games or fields or whatever that would allow that. They'd be like, he's wearing multicam.
That's so not even like Airsoft specific. Like just people that ask questions that are in the video that they're writing the comment on, and they didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
That's true of everything.
Like other human beings, like they treat other human beings making this content as like ChatGPT. They're like, I don't want to watch the video, so I want to take your time to respond to my comment. You know?
Yeah.
But